Today is Wednesday, the 29th of March, and this is from the South. Thousands of Venezuelans marched through Caracas in an anti-imperialist protest as the Organization of American States prepared to discuss Venezuela's suspension from the group. Meanwhile, Cuba's Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a strong statement of support on Tuesday, backing Venezuela against the push to expel the country from the OAS. Thousands of Paraguayan farmers took part in the 24th annual Rural Workers' Big March in Asuncion earlier this Wednesday. The farmers demanded agrarian reform and also for President Horacio Cartes to resign. Speaking at the 16th Tuxtla Mechanism Summit in Costa Rica, Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto said that the Mexican government is working on a new relationship with the United States. Nieto also thanked Latin America for its support as it faces challenges with the U.S. as it's directly impacted by Trump's proposed border wall and renegotiation of the North American Free Trade Agreement. Bolivian President Evo Morales said on Tuesday that he is returning to Cuba to have a small nodule in his vocal cords removed. This would be his second trip to Cuba this month for medical attention. Morales went to Cuba for treatment earlier this month after he was forced to cancel public appearances due to severe sore throat. The second day of the CADEREYTA prison uprising leaves 4 people killed and 21 more injured on Tuesday, making it the second fatal security breach of the week. A reported 50 inmates allegedly targeted the prison's in-house pharmacy and set fire to cells, which caused the deaths, according to authorities. On Monday, 2 guards and 5 prisoners were hurt after inmates blocked corridors in the facility with burning mattresses. According to the White House, the United States has made no decision yet on whether it will continue to participate in the Paris Accord on reducing emissions of greenhouse gases. This follows President Donald Trump's move this week to dismantle former President Barack Obama's plans to limit emissions by coal-fired power plants and other regulations aimed at meeting Paris Accord commitments. Protesters gathered outside of the British Parliament in London to protest Brexit on the day that the government triggered Article 50. Britain formally launched the process for leaving the European Union earlier. This was a historic move that has split the country and thrown into question the future of the European project. Iraqi special forces say they are closing in on Islamic State group militants in the battle to recapture Iraq's second city. The government forces are tightening their control around the landmark site where the militant group's leader proclaimed a caliphate nearly 3 years ago. An estimated 5 people were killed and 6 more were injured after an IED destroyed a minibus in the Syrian city of Homs. The explosion occurred as an evacuation of militants and civilians is currently underway in the last opposition-held district of Homs. Over 400 migrants, mainly from the continent of Africa, have been rescued at sea off the coast of Libya. Aid agencies rescued the migrants after discovering a wooden vessel floating in the sea. The migrants were taken to Sicily. Tributes were made to South African anti-apartheid icon Ahmed KATHRADA as he was laid to rest at a Muslim ceremony in Johannesburg. President Jacob Zuma did not attend the funeral upon the request of the family. In recent years, KATHRADA had become fiercely critical of the government. Brazil became the first team to qualify for the World Cup after beating Paraguay 3-0 to clinch an 8th consecutive victory. The qualification completes an astonishing turnaround for Brazil, who, less than a year ago, were in crisis after taking only 9 points from 6 games. More on these and other stories on our website telesurtv.net/English.